Greetings. I am going to be doing some sugarcane farming on this new farm that I started. Because I've heard sugarcane actually can give you a lot of money early on, even though there are some hassles involved, but I've kind of come up with a plan to circumvent some of those hassles, hopefully. If it works or it doesn't work, who knows. Anyway, this is like the starting crop I've bought so far. I haven't gotten the harvester yet, of course, because I'm gonna plant the field and all that stuff, then do some side contracts to build some more money to finish buying the harvester and a truck and whatnot when the time comes to actually harvest. So I got my weeder, I got a sugarcane tipper here, well, wagon that can tip into other stuff. Subsoiler, because the field I bought needs to be plowed. Got my planter for soybean, got a medium tractor for hauling fertilizer, weeder, and other stuff. He's the lower power medium tractor there. Got another medium tractor here who's sitting at about like, I can't remember, this one was either like 200 or 240 horsepower. I don't know, I set up the engine so that he would be able to move the subsoiler and planter and all that stuff with ease. I also have a trailer down yonder that I bought because I bought this field right here, which as you can see I harvested the wheat that had been on it because I figured like, hey, I'll lease a small cheap harvester, harvest the wheat, sell it, then plant sugarcane, you know? And I figured I'd do this one for sugarcane since the harvesters have more narrow paths, so this field is more narrow and long, so it won't need as many turns as if I like, like this field or that field, which would take literally for goddamn ever. But that's my initial idea for that anyway. But yeah, as you can see, it needs plowed, so we're gonna do that. So a subsoiler, since, it does the same thing as a plow, just it can't create new fields. But I don't really need to create new fields right the hell now, so, I don't really need the plow over the subsoiler. And yeah, I could have bought a baler or something to get the wheat off here, but it's just like, nah, I'm just going to take the profit from the initial stuff here. Alright, let me see. Okay, so I don't have to unfold this at all. Because, yeah, I didn't want to lease a baler and lease a wagon and then, like, return those because I wasn't sure how much I would cut in the profit that I'd make off selling this baling stuff, Probably would have, but, I'm lazy. Alright. Let's get to cultivating subsoiling. See, I do think this definitely, like, this first time I've used a subsoiler instead of a plow, because for some reason my mind just snaps to things where, games like, you need to plow the field, so I'm like, I need a plow! Plow! No, just a plow! Plow, nothing else! Instead of, looking at other stuff like the subsoilers, which can do the same job for, the purposes I was using, but my mind is, like I said, to keep snapping to plow. But this, I think these are actually easier to use just because, it's easier to see how wide they are in terms of how much they're gonna do. So, they just kind of work. I do have crop destruction turned on as well, so, I'm gonna have to make sure I deal with that appropriately whenever I do stuff. I turned withering off just because overall it's a mechanic I don't really like. I mean, I know in real life, yes, crops will eventually, go bad kind of thing if, the weather turns a certain way or whatnot or whatever. But, farmers usually have ample time to plan around that, whereupon in this game, your plants grow and then it starts raining while they're ready to harvest. You can't harvest them. So then you're kind of potentially screwed. You might get screwed out of that just because the game's like, hey, I'm gonna rain for 2 days. And you're like, you motherfucker. So that's why I turned that off. But I still like periodic plowing, needs lime, and stuff like that turned on. But yeah, I will be right back once I finish up this field. Oh, the birds on my field. I don't have anything planted yet. Shoo, bird! Go away! Shoo! Shoo! Oh, I didn't expect it to listen to me. Probably this is the engine from the the noise from the engine. Engine from the tractor, yeah, that would have made sense. Anyway, carrying on. Alrighty, and we're just finishing up this subsoiling / plowing maneuver. When I did that, apparently I didn't quite get enough to get the last bit on my last run around. About to get this little strip, everything should be good to go for fertilizing, then planting. Then fertilizing after planting. All the fertilizer all around. Here we go to fertilize our plowed subsoiled field of doom. About this fertilizer unit, since it's like one of only two that can actually spread lime down, which it's kind of annoying. It's like, oh yeah, lime is like a requirement if you want to keep your yield up. Here, only 2 of the units that can fertilize can, you know, do anything with lime. I mean, yeah, I know I'm gonna overlap at the end there by a decent chunk. Both these got narrow tires, so I have them set up so I can use them for weeding and all that kind of fun stuff. But like this tractor is obviously set up so I can do weeding without destroying my crops. And that's the reason why I do try to leave crop destruction on, because without crop destruction, the tires on your tractor don't really matter as much. As much as I like the look of the big thick tires, you know, I do kind of like, you know, having to, you know, be like, okay, I need this tractor set up to do this or be able to do this. I don't know if I can sell this house. Because I own this field. But yeah, fertilizing using this method doesn't take very long, because, you know, you can see how much area that you can cover using this fertilizer with the little disc spreaders, which is well worth the investment, you know. Just because this is something because when you have to do necessary steps, like I said, you want to get them done as quickly and as smoothly as possible. The field is fertilized, now on to the plantation. Park you there for a moment on a field I don't own. Okay, how much sugarcane can this bastard hold again? Alright, we got this bad boy loaded up with sugarcane. One of the cool things with sugarcane is apparently you can use sugarcane you harvested to refill this planter slash seed or whatever, blah blah blah. Instead of buying more afterwards, kind of like I guess you could do that with potatoes as well. But yeah, I might let the helper do this part just to make sure I get everything. Okay, okay, that's not quite what we wanted to do there, El Sugarcane-o. Helper might also just spaz the oh, fuck. Would you stop doing this? Why are you... Okay, this planter likes to turn all weird. Because every time I turn, it's like, oh hey, I'm going to make you slide and drag and whatnot. Okay. Okay, because yeah, I get to this part and it's like I can't get it lined up properly. It's okay. Let me get up over here. Okay, let's see if we can get this lined up here. Lower that. I mean, maybe that'll give more stability. Turn planter on. And here we go. Probably should have bought the double one just because it would make this go faster. But now let's turn the helper on, see how they do. Just because I've been having such issues turning this around, let's see if they can turn it around any better or not. Or if they just do all kinds of weird stuff. I think I'm gonna have to refill my seeder with stuff. I don't think this is gonna be enough to finish this field. I have the helper turned off and refilling just because that apparently costs more than just buying the seed normally, which is kind of annoying. I guess Giants did that to try to encourage you to buy the seed yourself and load it yourself and blah 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 blah. And apparently they left that one frickin' ditty there. But yeah, they're not going to the end of the field. It's like, I need you to go to the end of the field. You bastard helper. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy the other planter, because this one has issues with how it turns in joints. It does weird things with the physics. Because I mean, you saw when I was turning it earlier how the tractor was getting stuck. And even though I was trying to turn off one direction, it was having me slide to the left in a way that just didn't seem to make sense to me, because physics-wise it looked like, I should be able to, go and turn properly at that point. And buy the other field down there and cut those damn trees down. I should cut that damn tree down just because it's in my way when I do harvesting. Like, yeah, I know you like the shade this tree gives your house, but fuck it, it's my tree, I'm cutting it down. Okay, what about the other, so I got the worker doing this now. This one is double the width, so it should also be shorter, but yeah, this one so far maneuvers better. Just because it doesn't have that weird joint, I think, to where, like, the other one had, like, the one connection to the back of the tractor, then behind that part had, a joint to let the back half of the trailer swivel back and forth, which I think that's what messed up the physics, but we'll see if this help with this trailer will actually go to the end of the field, because that'd be annoying if I have to touch that up. I tend to use the helper for this just because it seems to be better as far as planting, usually, in my opinion. Yeah, get our sugarcane going down. The only downside of this guy is has less storage capacity than the other one. Though it does, you know, go faster, but that also means it's going to run out faster. But that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it. Anyways, I will be back after this field is planted. Coming up on the end of the field. What will he do? Will he stop? Oh my god, fucking semi-truck, you can keep going. At least he actually went to the edge of the field. But yeah, that cement truck. It's like, oh stop, I'll let you go do your thing. It's like, no, you're actually literally in the goddamn way right now. Just go. 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 At least the worker turns around alright though, but you know, carry on. Alright, so I still have the pirate helper, the AI, doing the planting while I'm kind of already fertilizing this for the second time to get up to 100% fertilization. Buff up our yield so we get all the sugarcane. About to wait a bit after I do this row for him to get those last few rows. At least with this planter, he actually, you know, goes to the end of the row and whatnot. Yep, finishing up this planting and fertilizing so we can, you know, get this shit going. Well, actually after this we then wait for it to grow. It's about as entertaining as watching paint dry. Actually, watching paint dry might be more entertaining than watching sugarcane grow. Alrighty, the field is now planted and fertilized up to 100% and is growing sugarcane. We are growing sugarcane. So while that grows, I am going to go off and do some side contracts. I'm also going to increase the time scale. As you can see, it's still on 1. Which if I do that, leave it at that, then it's literally going to take 2 real-time frickin' days for this shit to grow. We will speed that up a little bit. We'll have to come back shortly to do the weeds. But we will see ya soon in a bit. Put this down, go drop off there. I'm gonna buy a power cleaner to clean this stuff off. Anyway, off to more work we go for other people. So I can afford to buy nice things for my field harvesting later. Night falls, and my sugarcane field has weeds. But I am already prepared for this. With a weeder. I'm too poor for herbicide. I do like this weeder. This is like the only weeder I've used in this game. I just like it. Has pretty good reach. Gets the job done. Pretty blue color until it, you know, gets dirty and then it looks like crap like everything else. Well, yeah, look at my lovely oh wait, oh, going past my field. Alright, I think my... Unfold the weed array. Back that up, back that up. I'm being weird in terms of trying to get my weeder aligned. There we go. Oh wait, it would help to put it down before, you know, we go. There we go. And get this weed shit taken care of. These weeds reduce yield. And we want maximum yield. At least when I messed around with sugarcane briefly, it seemed like after you took care of these initial weeds, that sugarcane did not get weeds after that, after it grew up more, which made sense given like the graphic wise, sugarcane kind of would choke out a lot of stuff under it with, you know, shadow and what have you, so, you know, weed wouldn't really be able to grow as well because it wouldn't be getting as much sunlight. Field with weeds, you hate to see it. But at least we have the tools to take care of this. Hey look, they're home. But do you like all the noise I'm making while weeding at night? Except I will finish weeding up my field and then resume my potato harvesting for someone else. Until I eventually buy their land and this entire valley belongs to me. I will call it the Tazkar Ranchette. Despite not having a ranch. And apparently my sugarcane decided to sprout, which now makes seeing the weeds harder to see. And then here we have the second growth stage of the sugarcane. As you can see, it's just kind of filling in, and you can see probably what I mean, why it makes sense that weeds at this point would have a harder time growing, just because, you know, all the sugarcane's gonna take up all the light. Well, there's so much sugarcane, it'd probably be taking up all the moisture too. No, weeds, I'm still harvesting the potatoes. Look at my weird harvesting route there. I will get back to that. Grow, sugarcane, grow. And we are now at growth level 3. At least I think there's 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. Is that 4? That might be 4, yeah. This, I think it's just last stage before harvest. Almost time, which time is going much faster for you than me. Back to work. The sugarcane is grown, but it's now raining. Drizzle, drizzle, pitter patter, and I'm pretty sure sugarcane's one of the ones that you're not supposed to try harvesting in the rain. So I'd taken like another contract with like beets here and told me to stop harvesting in the rain with that crap, so you know. You have to sit here and wait for the rain to go away and then hopefully start harvesting. Yippers! And now that the rain is gone, it's time for us to harvest, and these are the machines we'll be using to do the harvest. Which you probably already guessed that if you saw the thumbnail. Anyway, you might be wondering how I'm going to efficiently do this, given this thing has no harvester tank on it. It needs a trailer. I mean, I could let the AI drive and just follow it around with, you know, this guy here, but from messing with this thing the other day, I found that has its own little issues. So I'm going to take another method, which anyone that's played Farm Simulator 19 and used mods that's potentially watching this video probably know exactly what I am going to attempt to do. But I will get that set up. Move this guy out of the way for the moment. But alright, I have what I was doing set up now, hopefully properly, whatnot. As you can see, the orange tractor is straight on my left right now, and if I move forward, it follows as well. Because I'm using a mod that I found out about the other day called the Follow Me mod, which you can set up configure to get, you know, other vehicles to follow you in a way. Like you can have them follow directly behind you, so you could, you know, plow and then it cultivates behind you, or seeds behind you, or fertilizes behind you, you know, so you could like do multiple tasks pretty much in one go potentially. I'm gonna start that. I'm basically gonna just try to wrap around the field to start, you know, just go along the edges, turn, go along edge, turn. But I think we need, you know, some proper farming music, you know, to do this too. So let's get that going, you know. Let's set up. Alright, down. I've not used this harvester very much, so we'll see how it do. We are harvesting sugarcane. Oh boy. Finally got the field harvested. Even using that frickin' harvester with a guy having an AI following it to dump it in a trailer, that takes a while for sugarcane, given the harvester just does not have a wide, header width at all. So you're just sitting there like, oh, gee, just take this row by row by row. Yeah, it took me at least like around 2 hours. Jesus Christ. So I definitely would not make a sugarcane field bigger than that myself personally, no, not unless I somehow set it up so I had multiple of those harvesters like following me and being followed by trailers, but even then I'm not sure that'd be worth it. I think that would end up just being too clunky for trying to harvest sugarcane. I mean, at least, you know, money-wise, it was decent, you know. I'm not sure it's really that great, given the time we have to invest in the sugarcane growing and then the time to harvest versus how long it'd take to harvest other fields. I mean, all fields can take a long time if it's a bigger one, but, you know, still. I'm wondering if doing like wheat or barley and just doing the whole baling would generate more profit. Then again, I don't even know the sugarcane prices I have are, you know, good. I mean, this is the highest one at 272, which was then giving me about 18k per full load. So yeah, I had about $12,000 when, you know, 12,000 euros, I should say, when I started harvesting, so I made about 100k off of that field. Which, you know, is a good amount of money. Just like I said, there was a big time investment, though. This did work fairly well with having the smaller tractor with the trailer that the harvester was filling, and then having that trailer come and dump its sugarcane into this one, fill this truck up, and then take this over to the granary, which that I'm pretty sure cut down a lot of time, just because this truck can get to and from the you know, drop-off site a lot faster than that tractor could with a full load. Like, that tractor would be crawling up the hill most likely. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and all the sugarcane getting harvested up, then leave a like and we'll see you in a video down the road. Bye for now.